I discovered my wife's secret email to her divorce lawyer. He has no idea I've been transferring $500 each week from his inheritance into my hidden account. After 6 years, I've accumulated $156,000, enough to start a new life without that pathetic loser. She even attached photos of our bank statement. I smiled and said nothing, continued bringing her morning coffee today. My phone nearly exploded from her 79 missed calls. Something wasn't right with my wife's laptop. That's how this whole nightmare started, not with screaming or fighting or lipstick on the collar, just a stupid Windows update that crashed her MacBook's boot camp partition. She asked me to fix it while she went for a run, leaving me alone in our home office at 8:23 a.m. on what was supposed to be a normal Saturday. I'm not the type to snoop. 8 years of marriage and I've always respected her privacy. But when her Outlook pinged with a new email while I was running diagnostics, the subject line caught my eye. Final divorce strategy, account documentation attached. My stomach dropped. Not even a slow descent. More like an elevator cable snapping. I know I should have closed it. Should have pretended I never saw it. But my mouse hovered over the notification and before I could think straight I'd clicked it. The email was from someone named Patricia Weiss Esquire. The timestamp showed 8:22 a.m. Literally 1 minute before she handed me her laptop and conveniently went for a run. The message was short. I've received the account statements you forwarded. The accumulation of $156,000 over 6 years without your husband's knowledge establishes a strong starting position. I've reviewed the weekly transfer records and everything appears properly documented. We'll discuss further at our Monday appointment. Below was the original email from my wife, the one that's burned into my brain now. As discussed, I've been transferring $500 each week from the joint account funded by his inheritance into my hidden savings at First Republic. He has no idea. After 6 years, I've accumulated $156,000, enough to start a new life without that pathetic loser. I've attached statements showing the systematic transfers and current balance. I plan to leave May 15th while he's at his friend Gunner's for their stupid monthly poker night. I'll take only what's mine plus this account. You said this approach keeps everything clean and legal since we've commingled assets, right? Attached were PDFs of bank statements, our bank statement and statements from an account I'd never seen before. My grandfather died 6 years ago, left me $650,000, everything he had. We had been married for 2 years then. I loved her. Trusted her. When she suggested putting it in a joint account because we're partners in everything, I agreed without hesitation. She's been siphoning it off since the day we deposited it. $500 every week like clockwork. Small enough that I wouldn't notice among our regular expenses. Always on Tuesdays when I'm in back-to-back meetings all day. The perfect crime, happening right under my nose for 6 years. I sat there staring at the screen feeling like someone had hollowed out my chest with a rusty spoon. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely scroll through the statement PDFs. May 15th. That's in 3 weeks. She's been planning this for God knows how long and I've been bringing her coffee in bed every morning like a complete fool. I'm not a confrontational guy. Never have been. But something inside me just shifted. The shock gave way to a kind of cold calculating anger I've never felt before. I took screenshots of everything, emailed them to myself, then I carefully closed the email, marked it as unread, and continued fixing her laptop like nothing had happened. When she came back all sweaty and cheerful from her run, I smiled and told her I'd fixed the issue. She thanked me with a kiss on the cheek and asked if I wanted breakfast. The same lips that called me a pathetic loser in that email were now offering to make me avocado toast. Sure, I said, somehow keeping my voice steady. That sounds great. The next 48 hours were the hardest of my life. I've been moving through our house like a ghost, pretending everything is normal while my mind races through what she's done. $500 times 52 weeks times 6 years equals $156,000 stolen. Planning to leave in 3 weeks. Consulting with a divorce lawyer for who knows how long. Calling me a pathetic loser to said lawyer. Using my inheritance that my grandfather worked his whole life for. I brought her coffee Sunday morning like I always do. Watched Netflix with her Sunday night. Went to work Monday like everything was fine. all while feeling like I was going to vomit or scream or both. At 11:42 p.m. last night, when I was sure she was asleep, I called Gunnar. He's been my best friend since college and the only person I trust right now. I went out to the garage so she wouldn't hear me. Dude, she's been stealing from you for 6 years. Gunnar was as shocked as I was. That's some next-level betrayal. What are you going to do? I don't know yet, I told him, but I'm not confronting her until I have a plan. Gunnar agreed. Document everything. Talk to a lawyer before she knows you know. And whatever you do, don't let her realize you've seen that email. After we hung up, I sat in my car in the garage for almost an hour just staring at the wall. The engine of my life had thrown a rod and I was still trying to process the damage. This morning I did something I've never done before. I went through her purse while she was in the shower. Found a First Republic bank card I've never seen before. Took photos of both sides. Then I checked her phone. She's always used my fingerprint to unlock it in case of emergencies, so she never changed that, even as she was planning to leave me. Found the banking app. Took screenshots of everything before carefully putting it all back exactly as I found it. The balance matched exactly what the email said. $156,000 and change. My money. The money my grandfather left me when he died. The man who raised me after my parents' accident. Who worked 60-hour weeks at the factory until he was 72. Who never bought himself anything nice so he could leave something. And she's been stealing it week by week for 6 years. I'm writing this from my office at work. Haven't been able to focus on anything today. Keep checking my phone to make sure the screenshots are still there, like they might magically disappear. The plan is forming in my head. I'm not going to confront her. Not yet. She thinks she has 3 more weeks before she springs this on me, which means I have 3 weeks to prepare my response. Gunnar texted me the name of his divorce attorney. I have an appointment tomorrow at lunch. She texted me around 2 p.m. asking if I wanted chicken or fish for dinner, like she's not planning to burn our life to the ground. I texted back, chicken sounds great, because what else could I say? I've been running the numbers. If she's taken $156,000 over 6 years, that leaves a little over $490,000 of my inheritance that she hasn't managed to steal yet, plus whatever we've managed to save together. I need to protect what's left before she cleans out everything. Edit. A lot of you are asking why I didn't confront her immediately. 2 reasons. Pure shock, I literally couldn't process what I was seeing. She's clearly been planning this for years. I'm not walking into that confrontation unprepared. I just got home. She's cooking dinner like nothing's wrong. The smell of garlic and herbs fills the kitchen as she hums along to some Spotify playlist. 6 years of lies and theft and she's humming. I'm sitting at the kitchen island now typing this on my phone while she moves around the kitchen. Every few minutes she glances at me with this little furrow between her eyebrows. I realize I've been quieter than normal. Too deep in my own thoughts. Is everything okay, babe? She just asked, head tilted to one side. You seem different. I smiled and told her I was just tired from work. But I can tell she's suspicious. The same woman who's been stealing from me for 6 years can somehow still tell when something's off with my mood. I don't know how I'm going to make it through the next 3 weeks without completely losing it. But I'm going to try. Because when I do finally respond to what she's done, I want it to be perfect. The chicken sizzles in the pan. She hums. And I sit here planning. Update. First of all, holy crap, I didn't expect the post on Once Loyal to blow up like that. Thanks for all the support and advice. Sorry I couldn't reply to everyone, but I've been a little busy planning the dismantling of my soon-to-be ex-wife's entire scheme. Quick recap for anyone just joining. 2 weeks ago I discovered my wife has been stealing $500 weekly from my inheritance for 6 years, accumulating $156,000 in a secret account. She's planning to leave me on May 15th during my monthly poker night with Gunnar and called me a pathetic loser in emails to her divorce lawyer. I've been living in a weird twilight zone since then, making small talk over dinner while secretly documenting everything, watching Netflix beside her while my brain catalogues 6 years of unexplained absences and suspicious behavior. It's like living with a stranger wearing my wife's face.